Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Good evening to everybody who's watching, especially if you're watching the replay. Hello, hello, hello. Say hey down below in the comments. Y'all know I was a rapper in my past life. The Gemini in me. It can't help it. It can't help it. How are y'all doing today? Oh, let's get the poll set up. What else do? We do poll and we pin the comment. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. How y'all doing today? I miss y'all. Did you miss me too? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, let's see. So today's poll, we're just gonna say, where does your money come from? We're gonna do a thing. Where does your money come from? Anything new? Done. Start Q&A. Hello, potato. I'm doing well. How are you doing, babe? How art thou, my love? How are you doing? I hope everything is well. Of course, we're talking about money every day until August. Every day until August. And then I'll start doing new topics after August. But for July, money is the topic every day. Are you tired of hearing about money, potato? Is that what it is? Let me know. I need to know what's going on with my audience. I need to know what y'all want. No, you're not tired? Okay. I need to know what's up. Okay. You like money. I love that. I like that. Oh, well, thank you so much, Level Up Dojo. May is good. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How y'all doing today? Okay, May is good. May is good for what? What is May good for? Let me know. What else did I have to do? I need to pin this. Okay. Not they trying to have me update YouTube. Oh, both of y'all's birthdays in May. That's beautiful. Super, super beautiful. Okay. We got the Taurus on the live. Or you could be a Gemini. Donate to the live. Donate to the live. Thank you so much, baby. Do, 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 do. So we'll wait a couple of minutes, see who's all going to be coming in. Thank you for giving me another word to block. This block list getting long, y'all. Adrian, you just coming in talking about stuff? Did he just die today or something? Why are you coming in talking about Hulk Hogan? He just died today? Oh, okay. Oh. Okay. I didn't know that. I thought when you came in talking like that, I thought you was one of the trolls. You know how they do. Just be saying random stuff. How you doing today, Adrian? It's 11:10 where I am. I see 111. I'm seeing 111. I never troll too real in life. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Potato, how old are you, baby? How old are you? Okay, so this is what we're working from today. Always and forever, if you want to purchase this, it's in the description below. 910 in Vegas. What? I didn't know Vegas was that far behind me. Hola. You're 13? Okay, babe. Maybe we can work on getting your bank account higher. It don't matter what age you are. You can always manifest money. And Potato, you're actually at the perfect age to manifest money because you're young and malleable. So you could really add any belief to your mind at any time. So money has no age, period. How's y'all's morning going? Where I am, it's 11:11. It is Thursday, 11/11, July 24th. $100 bottles of what? Okay, Adrian, I love the morning routine. I love the morning routine. Which is like $20. Oh, bottles. You must be somewhere else. You in a different country. What country is that? Finland. Wow. Hello, Finland. Hello, hello, hello. We're going to have to go ahead and get started because I guess YouTube is not bringing in the people today. The algorithm, not algorithming today. So we're going to go ahead and get started with everybody who's already here. So today's topic, we're talking about new and existing money. So the question is being asked right here. Can you see it? And it says, what new or existing income opportunities am I grateful to receive or eager to explore? How does allowing this openness and excitement feel in my body? You saw it? Okay. How does allowing this openness and excitement feel in my body? And the quote at the bottom says, the goal isn't more money. The goal is living life on your own terms. Good morning, Joseph. Too small for you to read? Okay. It's okay. I read it for you guys, so you don't have to read it on the text. But again, the quote at the bottom says, the goal isn't more money. The goal is living life on your terms. Chris Brogan. Chris Brogan. You have ADHD, so it's hard for you to understand. Really? Yes, having money lets you enjoy life. Yes. So for me, I have an existing income. I get paid from my 9 to 5 already. I also get paid from doing tarot readings and mindset coaching. So those are things that I already have that source set up. But I am going to be adding new services, and I am building a platform to put all those services all in one area so people can access it with ease. So I'm excited for the new income opportunities that I am building. So like new services like email tarot reading. So if anybody ever wants to, like they don't want to sign up and get on the phone and talk, you can send me a message on my website and I will send you back the answers. And so I'm going to do like 1 question and 3 question options. Other opportunities that I am opening up are mentorship, especially for young men and women between the age of 18 to 23. Hello, Rajiv. Hello, Seed. I'm super excited to open up mentorship, and I'm going to do it for people who's between the ages of 18 and 23 will have a really, really cheap opportunity so that you guys can afford to get some type of support, some type of feedback that you trust more than maybe the people who are around you. Hello, Vivek. Hello, hello, hello. So I'm really grateful and I'm eager because, you know, this is what a lot of people were asking at one point. They said that they wanted more tarot opportunities, and they wanted more advice. So not just, is that 2 different accounts? How did that work? Oh, that's the same account. Hi, Hunter. Hi, Nick. It's nice to meet you as well. Hello, Ashok. I'm in America. Yo, Shug. Hello, Let Me Alone. Hello, Manny. Hello, everybody. How are y'all doing today? It's too many of the trolls. It's too many. It's like you could live a better life and you decide to live under a bridge. Let's do better. Thank you, Douglas. So I'm super, super excited for those things that I'm going to be putting out. Hello, Mark. Hello, Wheelie. Hello, Wani. I like you too, Ashok. Oh, it's 2 a.m. in Papua New Guinea. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Jacqueline. Hello, everybody. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, Potato. Ethan, what does that have to do? What does that have to do with whatever you just saying? Okay, Emma's giving me a new word to block. Hello, Hegd. Okay. Hello, Belgium. Emmanuel said, I sympathize with you, for it's obvious you have no idea that you're sinning against the Lord. I would suggest you create some time and read a Bible. Okay. Hi, La Costa. Ashok, I'm from America. Hi, Surfim. Yeah, Hunter. You know what's actually crazy? You know what's crazy, Hunter? Is that I have definitely been building up my tolerance for the haters this year. Robert said, dang, censorship. Sign of a weak mind. Is that real? Censorship shows a sign of boundaries. That means I know what I want to add to my mind and what I don't want to add to my mind. Because what's actually weak is thinking that you can control your mind and what it takes into it and how it comprehends everything. That's why boundaries are important. Hello, Ronzo. Welcome to the community. Oh, Ethan said that his brother is still not married, so I gotta marry his brother. And then Capri said, will I marry him? I love you too, La Costa McGee. I love you too, girl. What you talking about? Thank you, Vivek. Hello, Jerome. I'm from America, Caesar. Hello, Ronzo. Hi, Taha. Hello, Sil. Hello. Okay, thank you, Matre. Thank you, Surfing. Hello, Jerome. Adrian said, I let them hate. It shows me I'm doing great. Yeah, I get distracted easily, so I don't want to get too distracted. Emmanuel said, like, stuff like what Emmanuel was saying, this is actually, it kind of makes me giggle a little bit, so I keep stuff like this. Emmanuel said, this is demonic stuff. I'm no hater, just praying for your salvation. Have you ever seen a demon? Only time I've seen demons is in the hearts of people, and it may be in my dreams, but never in real life. Never with my eyes wide open have I seen a demon. Wani said, let haters hate because they hate for attention. Thank you, John, for a new word to block. Thank you, Ashok. Welcome back, Sabal. I'm just start calling you 5. Wani said, if you care about hate, they are happy. Are they? Okay, Pakistan. We love Pakistan. Hi, Kumar. Hunter said they want to ban people. Give me a second, Hunter. Give me a second. If it get too hard, I'll do it again. I'll add you. Thank you, Evie. Robert said, I'd rather overcome than censor and ignore just me. Yeah, everybody's different. Of course, Lacosta, I'm going to remember you for sure. So, Robert, how about you create your channel and then let people come on there just saying whatever. And then we'll go from there. Hello, Jamaica. Adrian said, so is investing in homes a good deal? I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial coach. We're just talking about money mindset. Okay, welcome back, R1C. R1C said, my money comes from Forge. Okay, so do you work in manufacturing or dealership? Ooh, I bet you be driving Fords. You be getting good deals from working there. Hello, Shawan. Hello, CeeLo. Hi, Carmen. I've never been to Jamaica. Bruce said money comes from his job. JB said my money comes from my other famous YouTube channel, period. My friend 5 said work and investments. Okay. Mr. 12 Gouge said bigger the hoop, bigger the hoe. Hunter said, can I have the thing with the wrench? Then I can ban people. You're gonna have to give me a second. Whenever I get overwhelmed with banning people, then I'll hand it off. Douglas said, these chats deserve respect. You deserve respect on this chat. May I ask how old you are? You got to guess, Douglas. And thank you so much. I do agree. I deserve respect. Hi, Natalia. Potato said they see demons in the closet and under the bed. Do you see the demons with the light on or off? My friend CVBM number said, I see a demon, which was the X. I'm from America. Filtering out reality, crazy. That's how you survive. Your brain naturally filters out reality, certain things. You're not always aware and you can't comprehend. Even if you are aware, you can't always comprehend. That's what your brain does to protect you. So I'm just helping my brain process less. Richard said yes, he has in real life. He was a part of a closed spiritual circle and they were asked to get rid of a demon from a child. Oh, what did it look like? How was it? Tell me about the experience. I've never seen an exorcism before. I used to, when I was younger and when I was going through my spiritual awakening, trying to figure out what it all meant, I used to look up exorcisms to see what that was like. And it was only movies that I could find. I could never find anything real. Or if I did find real videos, it would be like people in church, like somewhere in Africa, like dancing and stuff. I never saw anything that looked like a demon, though. Good morning, Brian. Robert said he's just voicing his opinion, nothing more. Good evening, Sonalika. Richard said money is the root of all evil. Why do you say that, Richard? I really want to know. I'm really interested on why you think money is the root of all evil. And is there something that is under that root that it could be more of the evil than the actual money? Because in my personal opinion, I think money is just a neutral thing that we experience and we associate it with evil based on our own experiences. Exerlius says money comes from my job. Okay. Yeah, okay. Good evening, Raj. Hello, artist. Robert said evil is the root of all evil. Raptor said, hi, are you a financial advisor? No, I am not a financial advisor, nor am I a financial coach. I'm a mindset coach. So we are working on mindset. We are working on how can we add more supportive thoughts and beliefs that could support us to achieving our goals and becoming successful in our own rights. Everybody's success looks different. Extremely Radiant, aka Rita, said, buying a house is a great idea. Stop waiting and wasting rent. There you go. Gabriella, la, 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 la. Hey, girl. I'm doing well. How you doing? Okay, I love you too, Tanzania. Mohammed, hi, baby. Brian said money comes from trees. Thank you, Jerome. Maggie said, why ban me? Y'all are hilarious. I'm not gonna ban you, girl. Bruce said, don't look in the mirror between 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. The reflection you see in the mirror isn't you. So who is it? Who is it then? I be looking in the mirror at all times of the day. I ain't never seen somebody who wasn't me. Hi, Manny. Hi, The Real Death. Hi, Adelaide. Richard said, best to live off grid, grow your own food, and make your own energy. Richard, you definitely giving me, what's that guy off of The Office? What's this guy's name? Dwight, that's his name. You giving me Dwight, and then there's another show. I think it might be called The Community or something else. You remind me of those two people for some reason so far. Hey, Keisha, girl. Hey, Manny. Hey, Brian. Oh, that's why they said block you, Maggie, because you keep saying, please say hi, Maggie. So stop saying that, friend. Keisha said, my money comes from work. I'll get more once med school is over. Heart surgeon on the way. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Good job. Keep it up. I'm so proud of you. Stay beautiful. Stay smart. Hello, Dolan. Hola, Jorge. Bernie said, nothing can help your brain. Okay. Kilimanjaro? Come to Kilimanjaro? I don't know. Hola, hola. ¿Cómo estás? Thank you, guys. XX Stick said, my money comes from selling cheat sheets to my classmates for $38 per cheat sheet. But the cheat sheets are actually fake and my teachers are okay with it. They were the ones who told me to do it. That's crazy. Why are you going against the community? Not this community, your community, the people in your class. Why are you doing that? No, I remember when I was in college, I used to, I've done it a couple of times, but I would take a course for somebody and they would pay me for taking a course and completing it. And I would usually complete the course because it would be like an online course. I would complete it in like a couple of days and then they would give me the money. I got paid like $300 to complete a course one time and I completed it in like less than a week. So that is one way to make money. I've always been on the money. Yeah. Especially if your target audience is people who may play sports, people who want to focus on what they want to focus on and not school. So if you do homework for like someone who does basketball, someone who does soccer, or like athletes in general, some of them will really pay you a lot of money to do their homework so they can solely focus on basketball or soccer or football, whatever. So that's a good way to make money in real life because I've done it before. Extremely Radiant said, I helped 2 women that had entities. Ooh. MD said, ma'am, I want to earn money online, but can't find any real platforms. What can I do? That's interesting that you say that, because I was literally watching videos last night about business. And there was this one woman who had a whole section on her page that gave ideas to make money. Let me see if I can find her real quick. She had like 6+ different ideas to make money online. When I tell y'all it's people online telling you how to make money, I'm not lying. It's a lot of people online telling you how to make money. I don't know if I subscribed to her, so y'all gonna have to give me a second. Oh, I did subscribe to her. Her name is Darcy Business. Darcy Business. And if you go to her website, it says free digital products. And what I did was I looked at her website. I scrolled down to the bottom. It said freebies, and then it says business ideas. At the bottom of her website, it says business ideas. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it has 5 business ideas on there that you can start online. And her whole channel is telling you about how to start these business ideas. So it's all online. Go look at it. Extremely Radiant said, greed is evil. Yes. And my idea of evil, if y'all want it to be defined, is something that goes against the goal. So what is the goal? The goal is for us to be connected, have morals, and treat each other well. So if you greedy, it breaks the connection with people around you, and you're not treating people well. So that's evil. Okay, Jorge. ¿Hablas español? Y con la teléfono, ¿hablas inglés también? Oh, es bueno. Yo hablo un poquito español, pero necesito una teléfono para entiendo más español. Let's see. Street Life said, I agree, money is the root of all evil. People get jealous when you get money. That's why you gotta keep your Bible close. Okay. So if it sounds like really what the root of evil is, jealousy, not the money. Because it's not the money that's making the people do it, it's the jealousy. Let me see. Nice to meet you, Nick. Hello, Sandy. Why everybody keep asking me to marry them? Y'all funny. Thank you, Eugene. Welcome to the community, HK. Welcome to the community, YK. Hello, SS. I love you too, Arian. Fala Portuguese? No, I do not speak Portuguese. Douglas said, let them hate because they don't have what you have, period. You who you are only human. You are not living for anyone but yourself. Love you. Bye. Talk to you later. Bye, baby. Have a good day, Douglas. Liam said, fit check. Okay, show me what you got on, baby. Street Life said, facts. Thank you, Jorge. Street Life said, renting is just making someone else rich. Thank you, Krishika. Oh, my. Oh, my. Okay, Raptor. Hello, Zukov Bakum. Thank you, Mirror Me. Krishika, my skincare is just, first of all, I have a filter on. Also, I just drink water and I try to decrease the amount of sugar intake that I have. And I try to eat healthy. Thank you, Kabilo. I love y'all too. I love y'all too. Ben said he got 2 tickets to Coldplay this weekend. Am I down? If I don't have to duck, I'll come. As long as I don't have to duck. Let's see. How are we going to get to the bottom of these comments? Why am I not monetized? It's because you need 3,000 watch hours. So we just building watch hours. We'll be there. I think I'll try to be as consistent as possible. I really do like this format where I have a topic and you guys get to talk about the topic and add your opinion. I really enjoy hearing what everybody has to say. So I think I'll be on live more often just with topics. Richard said, if the world had a new driving force such as the betterment of my kind and each other, it would stop the division in all places. We are divided. You mean Bear Grylls are Ray years. I am a prepped. Okay. Welcome back to the live, Asia. Extremely radiant. I am in the city of bad bitches. That's the city I'm in. Big booty bad bitches. If you can guess which one that is, you gonna get it right. Okay, hey Malaysia. SS Gang said, I own 3 houses in the Southeast, cars, etc. And my money comes from old school hard work. But I'm interested in making investments now. Really? So you own 3 houses and you did, investing in homes is an investment. But you're telling me that you invested in homes and you don't have any other investments? That's very interesting to know. Hello, Willie. Thank you, JJ. Denovic said, in Denmark, if you want money, just go to school. Do they pay y'all for going to school in Denmark? What? We gonna get back into the topic in just a second. Okay, my girl, Extremely Radiant is a psychic. I love that for you. Period. Hi, sub-stars. We scrolling. I'm almost at the bottom. I'm almost at the bottom, y'all. Am I fluent? You know. SS Gang said, broke people are the root of evil. I'm dead. Hi, Philippines. If y'all ever see me look to the side and start writing, it's because I'm blocking words. I'm writing down words to block. Hi, everybody. Hi, Jamie. Hey, y'all. Hi, Ari. Lord Nicholas says, sharp response. I like that. I'm a Gemini. I can't help it. D. Worthy said, it's the love for money. Quote, parentheses, greed. Close parentheses. Greed is evil. Hey, Garrett. Okay, Pato, watching from Kenya. Welcome, Kenya. Kenneth asks if he can marry me. Okay. Where's the bottom of the chat? Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay. So we're talking about existing. Do y'all have any new sources of income that y'all are excited about? Whether that be, I see people on the side of the street all the time. And it's usually I am seeing Hispanic people. I think it's also because that's a cultural thing. Because when I went to Mexico, I seen that a lot. But you'll see people on the side of the street with their little like setup, selling like fruits, or they're selling like tacos. And it's not even like a food truck. It's just like the setup, like how they have like those hot dog carts. So that's one way people be making money. Homeless people, they'll stand on the side of the street asking for money. So that's one way to make money. Just standing on the side of the street. Hi, Carolyn. Anthony said panhandling. That is panhandling, but it do make money. They do be making money. So yeah, I was talking about earlier, some of the things that I'm excited about, I'm opening up the doors to support people and do mentorship. So especially I'm excited to support the people who are 18 to 23 because you don't know what's going on at that age. You just living life. And a lot of times if you don't have that extra support to give you feedback about what you're doing, if you're going to be stuck in a loop of consistent whatever you're doing at that moment. And a lot of people 18 and 23 that I've encountered, they don't have people who they feel are trustworthy enough to believe. And when you see somebody consistently doing something that you're interested in, that builds trust. So I'm here to support whoever in that mentorship process, as well as I do mindset coaching. My website, I will be uploading my website maybe in August. It won't be anytime within this week or anytime soon. So look out for the website in August if you're interested. So I'm really excited about those new income opportunities. And it's not just about the income, but I really, really, really enjoy doing my work. So I'm more excited about being able to do what I'm interested in, the research. Like, I'm also a researcher as well. Shout out to all the 50 likes. We got 50 people in the room and 50 likes. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Y'all the baddest in the game. Okay, listen. So, the next question says, how does allowing this openness and excitement feel in my body? I feel energized. I'm not gonna lie. I feel so energized. I feel like the energized bunny. Welcome back to the live, Osman. JY bitch said, girl, you just started making YouTube or what, friend? Even said this live lies too much. Okay. So, oh, now we got 53 people, 53 likes. I fuck with y'all. Hold up. I F with y'all real bad. Now, sure, I'm about to, friend, take a break. Take a break from the commenting. Oh, Anthony. It feels so energizing, and I think the reason why it feels so energizing because I actually really do enjoy providing this service. I've been providing it for free for so long, and I've been okay with doing that. Like, I've been so okay with providing it for free because I get to learn, people get to learn, I get feedback, people get feedback. So it's really something that I've been enjoying. On top of that, I've been improving my own professional skills on the side. You know, with me being in school and stuff, I've been building up that, not just me being somebody on YouTube selling products, but also me being professional with a routine, with a setup, with organization, so that I can provide y'all a sense of peace while you guys go through the process. So it's not like we just do a mindset coaching. I'm just sitting on the phone with you and I'm talking about, oh, well, just change this thought. That doesn't sound supportive. No, I'm actually writing a whole plan for you, identifying your goal, identifying where you're the least satisfied in your life, identifying the beliefs that's aiding to you being the least satisfied in your life, identifying some better beliefs, going through visualization practices, talking to you about visualizations. I remember one time I talked to an individual and we did a visualization, and I asked this individual, what does your desired work look like? And this person described an environment that had nothing to do with this person. And I said, are you sure? That doesn't sound like anything you've ever told me that you wanted. And then we talked more and I realized that's not your vision. That's a vision that came from your parents and you just accepted that as is. And that's why you're so contradicted on getting a job, because your vision of work does not align with who you are, who you're wanting to become, who you are becoming. You know, little things like that is what hinder you from being successful and achieving your goals, because it's that contradiction. So those are what I'm really excited about, talking about mindset coaching, tarot readings as well. You guys, y'all want a tarot reading, I'm always down to tell you what's tea. John said, currently working as a driver, going to start my business next month. Congratulations. If you're in America, looking to score. Looking to score.com. Hello, Cheyenne. Hi, baby. William said, you speak well. Wow. Now, why you say that? I don't know if that is a compliment or if that is coming from a state of ignorance. I don't know. Cypro said, my money comes from my job. I'm an engineer. Shout out to all the engineers. Shout out to all the engineers. JY Bitch said, I'm also thinking of starting a live intuition readings. You should. You should. Matthew said, most people who do not live their work, I'm going to guess you said love their work, have difficulty relating to employment other than being an income source. I love my work too. Yes. You know what the fun part about that too, Matthew, is the fact that I do many things. And all the things that I do, I actually really enjoy. I do speech therapy with children. I love, love, love working with the kids, helping them with their communication. And I do intuitive readings. Hi, Aaron. That's me communicating with spirit. And I do mindset coaching. That's me supporting people communicating with themselves, communicating with their environment. So I love communication in general. Sukiana, baby, I see you. Hi. Hi, girl. If you say hi one more time. Okay, we're going to have to put you in timeout. 1 minute, my love. 1 minute. Peter Parker said, black people tend to sound like they never went to school, like sounding ghetto. Sounds cool or something. Wow. Interesting. Star said, Peter, what the fuck? No, for real. Listen, as someone who studies communication, everybody has a different dialect, and that does not mean that their communication is incorrect. It just means that it doesn't match to the standard dialect of whatever environment that they're in. But black people's communication is actually very intelligent. Very, very intelligent. And a lot of times black people speak a lot through nonverbal cues. So if you're not a part of the community of black people, you may not understand them. And I'm also a country, like I'm from a country area, so you know, everybody's different. That's just like me going to the Middle East or somewhere like whatever, like Guggenhagen, like Finland or Ireland or something, and being like, oh, y'all speak incorrectly. No, y'all just have y'all's own dialect. That's German. Guggenhagen, there you go, German. Is the white voice real in your community? It is. It's so that people can understand. That's why I tell y'all black people are actually very intelligent, because we understand that we understood that white people cannot understand what we're saying. So we adapted to white culture so that people can understand us better. Fada said, it sounds like you looking for smarter words sometimes, but you right. No, I'm just looking for the correct word to say so I can understand what I'm saying. Languages are different to dialect. Exactly. Languages are different from dialects. If I imply that they are the same, that's not what I meant to say. That's not what I was trying to imply. If we're all speaking English and we all sound differently, that's what I'm saying. Servana said money comes from ATM. But when you go to the ATM, where the money coming from? Because if you going and taking it out the ATM, it's coming out of somewhere. Peter said, I understand y'all being ignorant. It's really not difficult to understand at all. Even black professional athletes sound like this, even though they have a college education. So black professional athletes speak for the whole. Okay, Maverick. You're going to have to watch me from a different channel. Fada said, our money comes from debt, unfortunately. Who is our? When you say our, who is that? So When y'all get money from where y'all get y'all's money from, how does that feel? Like, I want to see the feelings. How does that feel when y'all get money from, whether, I heard some people say from work, somebody said ATM, somebody said, what else y'all say? You said ban Peter Parker because of his ignorance. I'm gonna let him watch a little bit longer. I ain't got too distracted. Lauren said, I imagine it's similar to a vending machine returning change. So mine said money comes from job and rental income. Savannah said money comes from, okay, the father. That's why you said ATM, because your daddy the ATM. I love that for you. Girl, what? Bye, extremely radiant. Have a beautiful day, baby. LR said, problem with money is that itself has no value. Only if you buy things, it gets value. Jeff said, hard work and savings is where your money comes from. But I'm not seeing feelings. How does it feel when y'all get that money from where y'all getting the money from? The expected money, the existing, the new money. Because having existing money, for me, it definitely just feels like safe. I feel very secure. I feel very solid. I feel like, okay, I can plan without any mishaps. But having new money, like I'm expecting new money to come in, it's exciting. It's like, oh my God, I can do something else. Like I can build more. I can do more. It's exciting. Dago said 90% of my money comes from cryptocurrency with the cool glasses. So Meg said feeling is good until the EMIS starts rolling. I make 120K a year only. I don't know what EMIS is. Is that taxes? I don't know what that is. LR said it feels good if you do little and get a lot of money. If you do a lot and get little money, it's frustrating. You know what? I would only wonder, what is that a lot that you're doing? Because some people could do something that other people can see as a lot, but because they're passionate about it, it meant nothing to them. It was like, this was chump change. Like, this was my calling. I was meant to do it. I would have did this if the money was here or if the money was not here. Good evening, Colo. Hello, Mordon. Hello, Mr. Simmons. Louis said, it is broken English for sure. It's okay that if it's black people came from different countries, formed different languages, and when brought forth of led to different English speaking countries. Okay. Thank you, Sandro. Hello, OG. So I'm only seeing one person tell me how it would feel with the money, how it feels with money. Emma, thank you. How does it feel in your body? When you get that paycheck from work, how does that feel in your body? Because I can see people right now who get that paycheck and they have a sense of dread because they know that every part of that paycheck is about to be used on all of their bills. Do any of you guys ever have that feeling where you get that paycheck and you like, oh my God, like now I gotta pay all these bills, I ain't gonna have no money? Do y'all ever feel that way? Or when y'all get y'all's money, do y'all be like, yes, now I get to do this. Now I get to do this. Are you excited to go spend the money and put it in the places it's supposed to be? Brent said, I came from a poor family, single parent. My money comes from being smart and a bit of luck. I agree. Because my school was fully paid for. My college, my undergrad college was fully paid for. And it's because I was intelligent. I was always, 3.5 plus GPA. This is America's society, if y'all don't know what that is. I had scholarships. I had lots of things supporting me. I would not be where I am today if I was not smart and lucky. Joshua said, a sense of pride because I worked for my family. Oh, okay. I like that. Hello, Ronaldino. Dago said, it's sad that the people that work the hardest get paid the least when you also have people that get paid millions to play. Yeah, that's why you got to figure it out. Figure it out for yourself, because it's not a lot of people. I think people demonize people who don't work hard, but they get a lot of money. But it's like, that's who they are. Some people don't believe in working hard, but they still want the money. So it's like, can y'all see me? Y'all let me know. Okay, you can see me? Okay. I need to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay. Daywalker, you're going to have to watch me from a different channel. Girl, what was I talking about? I was talking about something, and I completely forgot because somebody called me. Thank you, Asil. My name is Meiana. Meiana. I know I was talking about people who get paychecks and then the money has to go directly to bills. Oh, I was talking about people who don't work hard, but they get a lot of money. And how they are being demonized, it seems like, because they are not working as hard. And it's like, not everybody believes that they have to work hard to get money. But at the same time, they want money. They want to live the lifestyle. They just don't want to work hard. So why are we demonizing them? Because they found a way to get their needs met without doing what everybody else is doing. Hi, Manuel. God bless you too, Hassan. Why are we demonizing these people? Thank you for giving me a new word to block. You're going to have to watch me from a different channel. Hi, Anastasia. Anastasia. Hey, Sandria. Matthew said they have sometimes developed a system of financial leverage. So when you say that, are you saying that because they're not working as hard, it creates a power imbalance with the people who are, and it's harming them? Is that what you're saying, Matthew? Joshua, you said because that money usually comes with some bad, quick money is not good. Hard work is the best way too. So I see a lot of people have a mindset of hard work is the way to go. Big Grime said, I buy and sell cars. Okay. I do not speak Turkish. Hello, Sandria. Gorgeous. Oh, thank you, baby. So why is quick money bad? You said no. This is what Matthew was saying. Matthew said no. What I mean is that they have developed a system to amplify the work that they put in. Oh, okay, okay. Emmanuel said everyone needs equal opportunity. Thank you, Angel. But when you think about it, and I'm just being devil's advocate right now, right? Equal opportunity. Everybody does have an equal opportunity because we all, most of us are set with the same capabilities. Only people who usually are not are the people who are disabled or have some type of mental illness that's hindering them. But most people who are healthy beings, they have opportunities. But at the end of the day, no opportunity will ever be equal because we're all born in different environments and we all have different things that we can access or is accessible to us. Like, we cannot imagine somebody who lives in a small town having the same opportunities as someone who comes from a big city, because even the mindset is different. And when you are not aware of certain things, you just are not going to be able to access it until you become aware. That's just what I'm thinking. Sword said, I don't even know what I'm talking about. I hope I'm not confusing you, Sword. Hope I'm not confusing you. But I'm definitely playing devil's advocate because I want to see where y'all's mind is. Big Rum said some people got it, some people don't. Yeah, some people don't. But when we answer the question of how does allowing this openness and excitement feel in my body, like when it comes to new money, it makes me want to get on the work, like get to the work, figure out how to do the work so that I can enjoy the process. Bye, Sandria. Okay, have fun at work, baby. Brent said equal opportunity won't cut it. As a society, we have to come to terms with the fact that an intellectual understanding class is developing, and this is going to be an issue more and more. What is so the issue is that the intellectual class is developing, or intellectual understanding class is developing. Yeah, what I was raised with, what my middle school used to always tell us is knowledge is power. I know what I know. The more I get, the farther I'll go. So knowledge is really, if y'all really want to know what's separating people and causing division, is it's knowledge and comprehension. Brent said underclass, sorry. Red said define intellectual class. So are we demonizing, Brent, are we demonizing the underclass? Is that what it is? Are we saying that they are the problem? Okay, something, yeah, okay, baby. Oh, Red said waiting. Okay. Big Grime said, do you think the user of AI will bring opportunity gap closer or widen it? I think it will widen it. Because what are individuals focused on making money using AI for versus individuals who don't focus on making money using AI for? AI is just an expansion of who you are already. Like especially ChatGPT. ChatGPT is just reacting off of what you give it, as well as what it can find on the internet. But if you're not giving ChatGPT business ideas, investment ideas, how to grow my money ideas, then it's not going to give you any of that back. Okay, friend. I'm going to have to put you in timeout just for a second. You're doing a lot. And then other people who are using ChatGPT, they're not using ChatGPT for the same reason. So it's going to definitely create a gap because people who's using AI to support them and making money, they're going to go and make the money. And they're going to get to where they want to be quicker. Brand said no. We saying that an underclass is developing which have little social mobility. Okay. So what if I can guess, Brand, and you let me know if this is what you're saying. I'm going to summarize what he's saying in different words so other people can understand. We got the haves and we got the have-nots. And the haves is developing because they are focusing on getting to the intellectual whatever. The have-nots are not developing because they're not focusing on developing the intellectual whatever. So that's why the gap is being increased. Is that what you're saying, Bryn, in other words, so people can understand? Joshua said people choose to take advantage of opportunities available to them, and if they don't, that's their choice. Because what do I tell a lot of y'all every day? I've been telling y'all it's free opportunities to get y'all's needs met. There are many free opportunities to get y'all's needs met. If I would not be where I am today for the free opportunities if I didn't take the free opportunities. Now, I did pay for others. I did invest in myself and I paid for other opportunities, but free opportunities took me a long way. Bernard said sugarcane farmer. That's how you get your money? That's pretty cool. Rita said, my parents. Diego said, hey, answer me. What's your question? Emmanuel said, you're so young. I really sympathize with you. For no one told you messing with witchcraft is very dangerous for you and your salvation. No one told you about scriptures. That's funny. I was actually raised in a church. So funny. You know, it's actually also funny, Emmanuel. When I was just a child, going to church, learning about the Bible, what they call it, basic instructions before leaving earth. And I used to wonder, how does this work? And my head used to hurt because I could not figure it out. And as I got older, I realized my head was hurting, trying to think about all of this, trying to make it make sense, because it didn't make sense to me, even as a kid. So when I grew up, I focused on what makes sense to me. Not to everybody else, but to me. Because I don't want to be stuck in a state of confusion with my head hurting trying to figure it out. I know for sure, and I believe in my heart, that things that make sense make sense. And that's what I'm going to follow, is what makes sense. Now, if it makes sense to you, then that makes sense to you, and you should follow that. But you shouldn't follow things that don't make sense at all. That's like signing a contract to something that you don't agree to and it don't make sense to you. That's like somebody's making you sign a contract telling you every single day you're going to pick up 10 bags and you're going to walk down the street, put one bag on the corner, go pick up the other bag. Now that instruction may make sense to somebody, but that may not make sense to you. So are you going to do that every single day if that don't make sense to you? Focus on what makes sense for you. Emmanuel, we got a second Emmanuel. So this is Emmanuel Kingsley, says, studies from foundation classes, if determined, may excel with the right coaching or teaching. Okay. Thank you, Lyndon. Okay. Luha said, lazy going to be lazy. Can't change them. That's why I don't feel bad for people. I do not feel bad for people because I cannot change your level of awareness and comprehension. There are people who will literally sit in your face and tell you this is how you can make the money that you need. And people will not believe them because they don't comprehend it and they was never aware of it. People have to figure out and expand their awareness on their own and then seek out knowledge from there. But you cannot go in trying to save people. Marco said only poor people use credit cards. I don't agree with that. Most of the rich people using credit cards and making it work for them. Local dad said, oh God, I hate when my head be hurting for real. Emmanuel, no, I'm not reading tarot cards. I'm not reading tarot cards right now. I'm speaking from the heart. But I will be on live tonight doing tarot if y'all are interested. I go on live on Thursdays doing tarot. Red said, the Bible is not about you, Queen. It's about God. Yeah, it is. Let's see. He said they signed a contract. Spiritual Spark Bracelet said it didn't make sense because it's not true. It's worldly. Yeah, I think also it didn't make sense because I was a child and the Bible speaks in parables and figurative language. And if you are not able to decipher parables and figurative language, it's not going to make sense. But I did talk to somebody who I really admire because this person does a lot of work studying the Bible, traveling to like places like Egypt, Kemet, all those areas, you know, checking out the old text, doing the research on where it came from. So I really trust this person's opinion, and I asked them what the Bible was to them, what their interpretation of it was, and this person told me it was about the human body. When you look deeper into the figurative language, the parables and all of that, it discusses the human body. And the human body really was one of the first things in Genesis, besides the earth, the world, is the first thing in Genesis that God made. So I don't study the Bible though. Oh, Bruce said they pay the card off every month. They don't make the small payments for years. Okay. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You should definitely pay your card off as much as possible. Fun facts, they say that you should not be spending more than 30% of whatever your credit allowed you to do. So spend 30% or less. Emmanuel Templar says, spiritual things don't make sense, but we aren't alone in this world. We have demons in the Holy Spirit. Our success in life isn't based entirely on our efforts. God Almighty can allow attacks. If that's what you believe, that's what you believe, and that's perfectly fine. Bruce said the Holy Spirit deciphers it for you. The Holy Spirit tells you what it says it means. Okay. Okay, Misty Slaughter said, my money comes from my sugar daddy. Kudos to you. Icy Orange, I hope you have a good day too, baby. What's up, Gage? Raptor said it contradicts itself at every turn post. Open parentheses, Bible, close parentheses. Y'all, I'm getting hungry. I think I'm going to have to get off the live in just a minute. I hope y'all don't hear my stomach growling. Why every time we talking about money at the end of the live, y'all talking about God? Every time. But I'm cool with it. I like the conversations. I'm just seeing a trend. Bruce said the Bible is how we become. I think it's because I got tarot in my Bible. That's what it is. We talk about money, and then because I do tarot, y'all talk about God. It's usually Christians who come in here and do that. That's what it is. The Bible is how we become God's people. It's for people who want to be God's people. If you don't, the Bible isn't for you. Yeah. Like, I like to study etymology, so I look into, at one point I was really interested in looking into like the Bible and like why religion, not just the Bible, but religion in general. And so what I came up with my own research is that religion was created to support humans in having morals. You know, a lot of people say humans are born with morals. I don't know. But yeah, I'm seeing it as the Bible and other religious texts are created to teach people how to have morals. And morals is just knowing what's right and what's wrong so that you can live in a society with other people. But I feel like I can figure that out on my own, and I don't need an external source to teach me how to treat people. But I'm not denying the Bible's like the benefits of reading the Bible. I think that there are benefits. And I do believe if you are religious, you should read your Bible. You should read your Torah. You should read your Quran. You should read your whatever. You should. Dang, y'all arguing in the comments? It is a financial program. What's a financial program? Yeah, Raptor, I see. It's so hard. It's like every time it's like, it's somebody in the comments. Emmanuel, I hope as well that God opens my eyes and continues to bless me. Thank you. Question is, does money make us all happy? That's not even a question, Emmanuel Kingsley. Joshua said, don't go. I enjoy listening to you. Do you? We've been on here for over an hour. Marco said, lives with the money. You work, never borrow money from banks. That's a doom move. That's a doom move. Okay. So Marco said, don't borrow money from banks. I think that if you have the finances and you have a plan to pay it back, then you should. That's a smart investment. Emmanuel said, how do you explain spirits? Spirits are literally just spirits. I see spirits as emotional beings. other dimension beings. I don't work with spirits. I don't interact with spirits every day though, so it's not something that I really think about. Oh, thank you, Charles. Where you at, babe? Shout out to Charles. Thank you for the Cash App, Charles. Let's look at the etymology of spirits. Because I think about dictionary definitions as like father, and I think about etymology definitions as mother. And the mother is the true creator of all. So I like to look at the etymology definitions. I don't even know if that's the term that you're supposed to use as etymology definitions, but I like to say etymology definitions because it makes sense to me. So let's look up what a spirit is, etymology. Spirit means life, the animating or vital principle in man and animals. So what animates us? Our desires. Our desires. Our emotions. Yeah, when you even, I need to do, ooh, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do, y'all? I'm gonna create a video talking about how our emotions are made. Y'all want that? How our emotions are created, how it works with our mind. I mean, I already wrote it down in books and stuff. In my own book that I wrote, I have that whole section about how our emotions is created. What was I doing? So spirit is just the animating life. So what is animating you? That is what a spirit is. T-Rex said, do you have morals? Yes, because I do not run over old people and hit kids. I try to support when I can. Thank you, Kabilo. M. Aller said, read your B.O. ball. Life is hell said, you are shame on you. I know you believe in demons and spells. I do not believe in demons. I do not believe in the devil. I do not think that those are real entities that I'm afraid of. That is my spiritual beliefs. M. Aller said, get a job. LR said, what the question? I enlighten you. Hello, Rwanda. T-Rex said, debt is slavery. It's only slavery if you can't pay it back. It's all about how you perceive it. Debt is only going to enslave you if you cannot pay it back. But if you have a plan, that's why they have business plans. That's why a lot of times before people loan you money, they ask you about how much you make so that they can know, are you going to be able to pay this money back? Wow. It's all about mindset, T-Rex. It's all about mindset. It's all about your perspective, how you sense it, how you feel it. Mordecai said it's also about community, togetherness, and morals. It also has been abused for political uses as well via the Roman Catholic Church, crusades, and the monarchies. Yes. Yes. Yeah, and I'm going to say one more time, I don't have nothing against the Bible. I think the Bible is a great text. It's a great source. It's one of the most popular texts in the entire world. And I also think that people use the Bible for their own reasons. There's not going to be one person that comes to the Bible and has the same exact beliefs as the next. There are people who use the Bible to solely go to church and talk at church. It's other people who study the Bible at home. It's other people who study the what is it, the Roman words, the Greek words in the Bible. It's a lot of people who study the Bible in different ways. So everybody's coming from a different perspective, okay? I don't have nothing against the Bible at all. I love you too, Mahinder. Hi, Gabe. MK said, thank you to the people who only said hi. Yeah, thank you. I love y'all. Muhammad, I'm from America. Hi, Palestine. LR said, for example, rich people use debt to not pay taxes. They buy all of their private things on debt money and not need to pay taxes. You know what? I'm learning more about taxes, but I learned one thing, that there is something called like, what is the word? Oh my God, I wrote it down. There was a word that like the government and businesses use. And it basically means it's justifiable to take the taxes off because it's a justified business expense. And businesses build community. I don't want to get too deep into that conversation. Let me not. But just know that I'm learning a lot about taxes and why certain things can be write-offs and why people save money. So I'm excited about that. Mahinder, Kuhan, I said I love you too. I said I love you too. Thank you, Leah. Lawando, I love you too, baby. Emmanuel says, spirits are supernatural beings. Many have had encounters. It's not emotions, my dear. Supernatural. What does it mean to be supernatural? Beyond what is natural. Well, if you don't think it's emotions, I just gave you that definition from etymology. Spirit means something that's animated. So what makes sense, again, we talk about what makes sense to you. So what makes sense to me, if something is animated, I'm wondering what is animating this thing? What animates human beings? It's their desires and emotions. That's my thoughts. That's my thought process. That's what I'm thinking, Emmanuel. But again, I'm telling you from my perspective, I don't encounter spirits. I told y'all, if y'all watch my previous stories, I told y'all my couple of experiences with spirits. Other than that, I don't have those encounters. So I don't worry about them. I don't worry about it. Hey, Apollo Blue. Welcome to the community. Thank you, Soya. Mordecai said, demons are as real as any spirit. Y'all got to show me. Send me a video or something. Link me to the video showing me the demons. I'm really trying to see. I'm trying to see. If you see an angel, if you see a demon, please send it to me. I need to know. I'm trying to see it. King Loyalty 29. I'm actually hungry right now, but we're going to get to it. Apollo Blue said the devil was once an angel, but he's the devil now because he's so evil. Yeah, he's the devil now because he went against God in the Bible. He didn't agree. Spicy Bison Deluxe says Satanism is not devil worshiping and are more like spooky nihilists. I don't know nothing about Satanism. Huff say, hey, big bag, hey. And Apollo Blue said, don't call her a big bag. Yeah, Apollo got my back. Hey, Arjun. Hey, Putra. Emmanuel, you are actually funny. I think you are leading the live. So thank you. Let me see who's the top people today. Who's my top commenters? Emmanuel is leading the live. I knew it would be you. Shout out to Emmanuel Templar. Shout out to ZXCVBNM16765. And shout out to VV761. Shout out to y'all. And an additional extra special shout out to Richard Griffiths for AAAA. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all. Woo762 said, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespecting, but you are just now starting to make sense. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be disrespecting, but you are just now starting to make sense. I don't know. I don't know. That didn't sound disrespectful to me. So I don't know if you said that incorrectly or something. Hi, Mario. I love you too, the real Slim Greasily. I love you. I love you more. Thank you, Daniel. Apollo, you from America too? Bad bitches unite, period. We from the United States of bad bitches. Psycho Anna said, can he get a green card? Somebody get this man a green card. He said, I'm 6'5" and Aussie. It's somebody who gonna fuck with you real bad. Just cause you 6'5" and you Australian. That's exactly why too. Did I know Jerusalem was in Palestine? No, I've never been there. I never studied it, so I never knew. Thank you for the new interesting knowledge. Joshua said, you're entitled to your beliefs like everyone else. Just a lot of our beliefs say that it is wrong, but that's our beliefs. Exactly. Thank you for understanding, Joshua. And that's what creates so many wars. Is because people don't respect other people's beliefs. And it's like, how are my beliefs, and I do kind of have an understanding why, but how are my beliefs encroaching on your beliefs? How is me believing this harming you or the people around me? Is what I want to know. But I see that a lot of people, specifically Christians, because they believe in heaven or hell, they have a sense of entitlement, like, well, this person is going to go to hell, I'm going to go to heaven. Or they have a sense of fear and they want to save people. So I want to get to the deeper root of it all. What is making you try to force your beliefs onto me? And how can we come to an even ground so that you can understand that I am not afraid of the things that you may be afraid of at all? That's just what I want to come to a common ground with. I'm not afraid of those things, baby. Apollo Blue, shout out to you, baby. Hi, Hunter Bentley. Hi, Masti. Junebug said that is actually in the Bible, meaning Babylon building a staircase to heaven. Sacred text, there are others. Books, Wade. Okay. Hello, Nate W. Emmanuel said, your explanation just proved you have a misunderstanding of Christianity in the Bible. I pray that you dedicate time to study scriptures. But I'm not Christian. I don't want to study the scriptures. I don't want to. I don't want to do it. No, for real. I don't really want to. I think that one day I will when I have the desire. I just don't have that desire. Nate W said, hello, animated beautiful. I think that everybody, if you want to study the Bible, I think that you should. T-Rex said, is YouTube and the internet and iPhones your God? No. Psycho Anna said, desire / emotion is separate from the soul. Those are both physically based. Yes, they are. June said, my money comes from my money farm because money grows on trees. Okay. Psycho Anna said, spirit / soul is something so profound and removed from our concept. Frost Rage, this is what I put on. Broadway. If you are in America, you can get this from any beauty supply store. Or you can just get it on Amazon too. That's where I got mine. I got a whole thing on Amazon. Francisco said, hi, the spirit is how you feel. Yep, we just talked about emotions. So Francisco seems like he agrees with the emotions. LR said, devil was the most beautiful angel. You're welcome, Apollo. See, you start thinking that people are going to say something and then they just start saying just the most random stuff. Who said you are too young? Marco said, you don't want to see a demon. Believe me, girl, don't play with fire. Well, I already went through my phase of trying to figure out the whole demon stuff. I did my own research trying to figure it out. I never seen them, so they must not have been trying to come to me. But I also told y'all how I think about spirits. If I think anything is up, I say, get thee out of my house. I don't give up. I don't care. I don't give up. This is my house. You don't pay bills. So maybe that's another reason why I don't experience it, because I tell them to get out of my house. Do my daily affirmations. It's time to do my daily affirmations. Do y'all have a spiritual routine that you do daily? Y'all let me know. Because we talking about God. I do have spiritual routines that brings me closer to God. Visualizations, affirmations, self-care, stretching, all those things. Breathing routines, techniques. Arnold said most Christians aren't like that. Those are just the noisy ones. Yeah, my grandparents are both Christians, and I never have any issues with them about my beliefs. So I come from a very Christian family. So if y'all think that y'all's beliefs is gonna make me change anything, I literally grew up in the church, and I stopped going to church as a child because it stopped making sense to me. And I only went to church because of community. As a child, I made these decisions. So you're going to tell me as a child, even with external input telling me what to believe, me making my own decision is still not correct? It's crazy. Joshua said those aren't real Christians, and some feel like they have to save people. So how do we dictate who's a real Christian and who's not? So now we just telling people that their religious beliefs are not their religious beliefs? Apollo said, girl, don't play with me because I cuss people out. Y'all better stop playing with Apollo. Y'all better stop playing with her. High production. Raptor said, I don't care about the Bible. The Bible says all the animals ate vegetarian. When man and woman first appeared on earth, do you think the T-Rex ate a salad? Do you think the T-Rex ate a salad? It's hilarious. J. Roni Pepperoni said that the money comes from mom. Made of money. Made of money is crazy. KJ said my money come from my man. Thank you. I love that for you, girl. You better be careful. Some of these men on here, they get real mad when you start saying stuff like that. Because they ain't got it. Emmanuel said, Raptor, where did spirits come from? If we came from T-Rex, our evolution, did spirit evolve too? Apollo said, can you please live all the way to nighttime? Hell no. I will be back on here this evening, though, because I do tarot on Thursday evenings. Y'all are hilarious. What religion is Zoroastrian again? I heard, is that one of the earliest religions? Isn't that one of the earliest religions, June? June, it's like you'll say something that makes sense and then you just say something that don't make sense. We got to stay consistent on the making sense on the live. What is Zoroastrian? Zoroastrian is an ancient Persian religion and one of the world's oldest monotheistic faiths. It was founded by the prophet Zoroaster, also known as Zarathustra. Zoroastrianism centers on the belief in one supreme God, Ahura Mazda, and the cosmic struggle between good and evil. So y'all telling me the people in the comments, the chat right now, who believe that everybody needs to believe one religion, that Zoroastrianism was a religious belief before y'all's religious belief, and that everybody needs to change to your religious belief because it makes the most sense to you, and that's what you're used to, and that's all you know. Have y'all ever taken a class on religion? Or have y'all ever taken a mythology class? Let me give y'all a story time. That's actually what made me transition out of, made me sure to transition out of believing in just one faith. Is because when I was in college, I took a mythology class, and all the myths that we learned about had the same stories, same or similar stories from the Bible. And I started asking myself, well, if these myths are older than the Bible, why is it that the Bible is saying that all of this is coming from this one place? Then I started thinking, because I used my common sense. And I said, the Bible must have took these old stories and put them in there and shifted it up a little bit to make it make sense to them. Then I started realizing there's more beliefs in the world than just this one belief that I grew up with in my small hometown that everybody else in my small town only know about. There's more things to believe in. So then I thought, well, I can't believe in them all because it doesn't make sense because they don't all agree with each other. So I said, what do I believe? That's why I believe what I believe today. That's why I believe what I believe today, y'all. You gotta make it make sense to you. Don't just take one source and believe everything it says. Take at least 3 at minimum. At least 3 at minimum. Y'all, we gotta do a celebration. We gotta do a celebration. We gotta celebrate. Oh my God. Y'all. Y'all. Oh my God. Hold up. Y'all. Oh my God, y'all. We are at 1,000 subscribers. Trap House Entertainment said you guys need to stop saying these things. What things? My friend, what things are you talking about? We are at 1,000 subscribers, y'all. I'll fuck with y'all real bad. Real bad. I promise you. Hello, Nicole. Hi, MD. Hey, Ace. Trap said, just praise the Lord when his name is Trap House Entertainment. Please. It'd be these things. It's contradicting. It's contradicting. Raptor said, no evidence of any spirits. Now you are swamping this channel. It's a financial channel. I'm not a financial channel. I am not a financial channel. I'm a mindset channel. I just want to give y'all more options so y'all don't just get stuck in one belief and y'all can explore the world with ease. Explore the world with ease. Humans are meant to explore and create. And a lot of times we get stuck in a mindset because we have certain beliefs and it limits our ability to explore and create. I just want y'all to be more creative in y'all's life. Oh, Apollo, girl, I'm about to block you. You telling me you young. You're a child. Stretching brings you closer to God. Let's not just start saying stuff. But Trap House, the problem with me saying that is you don't comprehend what I'm saying because you don't have the same beliefs as me. But stretching does bring me closer to God because my idea of God is not the same idea that you have. My idea of God is that God is the ultimate motivating source that flows through me every single day, that animates me and allows me to achieve my desires with ease. It's not a physical being. It's a spiritual being to me. It's just a thing that's pushing me to allow me to get to where I want to be, my desires, and my goodwill and good fortune. So yes, stretching breaks up the energy in your body. It releases old energy in your body. And that's why it gets me closer to God. If you don't understand that, don't deny what I'm saying. Just ask me, how does that make sense to you? But just stop denying people what they're saying just because it don't make sense to you. It's like, it don't make sense to me that you denying me. Emmanuel said, Shalom, may God Almighty bless you all. Amen. June said, just don't put y'all's faith on man, because if y'all don't believe in God, then you only have yourself to believe in. Urban said, what are your beliefs? I believe in God, but I do not believe that God is a physical being. I believe God is a spiritual being. Spiritual meaning a state of being. Just like you could be in a state of happiness, the state of joy. Those are God-like states to be in. The state of being where you are the most creative, you have the most self-love, and you are able to love your environment. That's the state of being that I believe God is. In so many words. I can go deeper. But, you know, I stay confusing people, so I don't want to confuse nobody. So Trap House Entertainment said you were just ignorant to wanting to understand the gospel. Interesting. Hi, Emmanuel Torre. There's so many Emmanuels here. Trap House Entertainment. That's what I'm talking about. Trap House Entertainment said you can't be mad at others for trying to help you. I didn't ask for help. I am not in need of help from y'all, at least. The help that I'm seeking, I'm literally getting it from the people who I'm asking help for. But you got to be out of your rabbit mind to think that I'm going to be accepting random help from people on the internet, on my live, especially people named Trap House Entertainment. You gotta be out your rapid ass mind. The hell? Become Muslim, the beloved. I actually enjoy Muslim spirituality beliefs. I like how y'all have a system. People follow the system. You know, it's not just anybody can just believe in whatever. Like, y'all have structure in y'all's religion. So I really admire that about Muslim beliefs. Well, I'm going to continue to pray for you, June. I hope all things work out for you, baby. Apollo, okay. Thank you, Gabriel. Doubting the gospel and laughing at it is worse. Who laughed at the gospel? Two-way conversation on live. Y'all really trying to argue on here. No, for real. Hello, Rifa. Look, now my friend is back. Welcome back, Silos. Welcome back. God is good. I agree. God is good. God is love. God is great. God heals all things. What scripture is that? Do y'all know? All my Bible readers? Oh, Lordy. Thank you, Michael. No, I don't know anything about Islam, but isn't that similar? That's a Muslim belief. I really do be respecting Muslim beliefs because y'all have structure. I really do think that y'all have really good structure. What? Michael Elise Sr. says spiritual is better than religion. Joshua said, what I mean is a lot of Christians think that they have to try to save all non-Christian people, but everyone can believe in what they want. Yeah. Stop trying to save people. It's such a waste of time. Do you know how much time some of these people could have saved with their own life, getting closer to God and reading their Bible if they would have just did that instead of trying to save me on live and I don't want to be saved? Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Have y'all heard that? I do not want to be saved. Because I feel like I saved myself already from confusion. Hey, Mimi. Would I have a problem with a deeply religious partner? It depends on their beliefs. It depends on if their beliefs. Because there are some people, like I said, everybody has a different relationship with God and people see it differently. So if you are a religious person who follows a text, but you are very practical in what that means, then that's not going to bother me, because I think that a lot of religious men have, well, some of them, particularly the Middle Eastern religious men that I've seen, I don't know, but they have structure in their day-to-day routine. They have time set apart that they can pray during the day. I wholeheartedly believe in prayer. You know, they have that in their life. So it depends. I would not mind dating someone who was of the Islam or Muslim faith to see how that goes. Y'all see how people start crashing out when you don't agree with them. But I'm going to let you, you know, they was talking about freedom of speech. Let them crash out. Let them crash out. Shara said, life is too good to be mad on the net. LOL. I really like that green color, Shara. That's a pretty cute color. Hi, Samir. Dom the Bomb said, what do you believe in? I believe in God. Hi, Jason. Yeah, it's like the whole topic of conversation always gets a little bit scurried towards the end. Alex McAhone, how do you make your thing light up like that? How does that work? Thank you. MKS said, nah, this enough internet for today. Yeah, I'm about to really block you, Trap House, because now you just doing the most. And if somebody else talk about Hogan dying, shout out to Hulk Hogan. But I'm tired of seeing that. Thank you, Cassia. Hello, Miss Bloomy. Put you in timeout. But I'm not going to block you, Trap House. I feel like you're going to come back. So I'm just going to put you in timeout. Trap House Entertainment, I think you're going to come back to the lives within the coming weeks. So I can't wait to see where your mindset is then. What? Oh my God. Y'all are so funny. Miss Bloomy said, I believe everything. There is a word for that. It's like omni something. Where you believe all the spiritual things are true. Hi, Marlo. Hello, Mamu. Yancy Wilson said, hey, beautiful. Hampton, Virginia is the house baby. Sean the Great Gamer said, guess I'm new here. I'm just friendly, kind, and cheerful person. We love those people. Welcome to the community. Yeah. R. Hugh said, where is all this going? I'm lost and hungry. I'm lost and hungry too. I'm not going to lie. Michael Ellis said, walk by 5D, not by 3D. Walk by faith, not by sight. Yes. Hello, William. PN said, we have a creator, not a God. Interesting. PN said, God's rule, we aren't ruled. Interesting. Avalan. Okay, welcome, Avalan. Thank you, Julio. Hello, Maddie. Well, we originally was talking about money and where you get your money from, but people have gotten off topic, and now people are wanting to talk about God. Hello, Turkey. Maybe I need to do a video since this is what people are stressing the most about in my lives. When people start preaching, I like to ask them about the story of Job or Lot. Yeah. The story of Job is where he lost everything. PN said, people play with words they don't understand. Yes. Hi, Nicola. Hello, Eugenius. Juskar. We are discussing, where does your money come from? Do you have any new money streams of income bringing you money? Michael Elis said, key to life, trust God and the universe, love yourself, and help as many people as you can do the same. Yes, I agree, but only help those who want help. Stop forcing help on people who don't want help. Nuwabic Spitter said gospel equals God spell. Interesting. Interesting. Never heard that before. Big Back said, who created earth? Who healed the blind? I don't know. I wasn't there. T Smoke, welcome back to the live. It's like every day the same people will come in saying the same thing. But I vibe with y'all. Y'all cool. Hi, Dayat. GTA said your spirit is the only thing you need to follow. Interesting. Mamu said, what if we stick to our traditional culture? What if we did? Oh my God, y'all are so funny. Hi, Danny. Happy birthday, Clara. Maddie said a Catholic, but I'm thinking you said I'm Catholic, but I go to a Catholic school. But sometimes I don't understand, and like the people aren't allowed to be gay and stuff, like Catholic religion and stuff. I don't understand that we need love. Yeah, we gotta make things make sense to us. Oh, Justin says, "Shh, girl, you beautiful." Okay, thank you. Nuwabic, I'm saying Godspell. I never heard of Godspell, but I like that. It makes sense to me. Godspell. Godspell. Y'all know what my tattoo says? It says I am. Whose name is that? Whose name is I am that I am? Whose name is that? Do y'all know? All of y'all people trying to save me? Whose name means I am that I am? I really don't want to say wealth comes from hard work and determination, not magical sky beings. There we go with the hard work again. Hey, Kathy. Patrick Pearl said women are second-class citizens under Islam. I'll pray for you. I'm Christian, following Christ in his free gift of salvation and eternal life through faith in his act, not our own. God bless. I am not in the faith of Islam, so I did not know that women were second-class citizens. But I'm guessing that they respect that's their belief and they do it because they want to do it, hopefully. T-Smoke said you praying and don't even know who you praying to. That's funny. You think that I'm ignorant. Do I like Korea? I have nothing against Korea. I've never been to Korea. Krishna, I'm from America. Krishna, are you from India? Khalid said my money comes from aviation pilot. Oh, that's pretty cool. Somebody said their mom is made of money. So there's a lot of people saying that their parents are made of money. I love that for y'all. Kafisnasman, I cannot pronounce your name, but you said, are you Google? Because you have everything I'm searching for. Khalid said, very random chat section. Yeah, I just need to stop entertaining comments. That's my problem. And also people, us a lot of predators in the chat who only want to discuss sexual things. And there's also a lot of people who objectify women in my chat. There's also a lot of religious people who want to demonize me for my spiritual beliefs in my chat. So it kind of throws me off. That's why I block people. Jazz said, what makes you think that gods exist? Lowercase g. I believe they exist because they do. Simone said, my money comes from hard work. There's another hard one right there. Another hard word. Y'all love hard work. Hello, JK. Derek said, your strength and focus is of epic proportions. I like how you're unfazed by the negative lashing out you receive and create positive outlooks. Yes, because I've went through my own journey before coming on this YouTube. I went through a whole journey, years of figuring this out for myself. So I have a strong foundation of what I believe, and nobody can really change it, you know? So I understand that people have their beliefs, and a lot of people feel anxious or scared because when you don't know something about somebody else, it can be intimidating, or it can just scare you. And some people may not see that as fear, but it's a fear-based mindset when you're constantly trying to force people to believe in what you believe in. And it's really taking a lot of your personal energy, and it's taking a lot of your mental. I think it's a waste of time for people to keep saying the same thing when I respond to them in the same way. That's actually what they say insane, is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. So if people are consistently telling me the same thing about I should believe in whatever belief that they are believing in, then they're becoming insane. I'm seeing insanity in the comments. So y'all enjoy. Okay, hey Miami 305. Jazz, you said your money comes from your job. You're an ML engineer. Also my shares and my investments. Okay, shout out to you. Shout out to you, baby. I love engineers. I feel like engineers are so intelligent. Miss Bloomy said, my money comes from random things. Patrick Pearl said, a lot of people here be waking up in hell someday. If you do not accept Christ's free gift, he's not sending people there already going. He's redeemed us. Redeemed means rescued. Okay. GR said, I'm retired, pension and Social Security, but I'm going to do some tax-free side work. Ooh. GR said, no, not even retirement could stop me from getting to the bag, period. Jazz, which part of the chat are you reading? I'm just reading random chats. I'm just reading random chats. Was I nervous? Jeffrey said, was I nervous the first time I went live? I guess I could say I was. It probably was like a couple of people who came on the live. It really wasn't anybody on the live except for my family supporting me. But as I continue to do it, I've been doing it for over a year going live, and I did it consistently like once a week at least going live. So the nerves has kind of decreased, especially seeing how much I've grown. It took me a year just to get to 500 subscribers. And now I've been going live every single day, you know, getting to know different people, getting to see different people's perspectives and beliefs. And now it's kind of becoming really fun for me, really entertaining. And I really love learning about other people, seeing how y'all believe. T Smoke said, people need to build a personal relationship with the Most High. I agree. Tanu, this is the moon. This is the moon phase that I was born on. I love the moon, so this is one of the best gifts I've received. Hey, Kenya. Raptor said El before he changed his name to Jehovah. According to scholars, there wasn't originally one God, but a group. Interesting. Marky Mark said, I'm just saying the work and writing of man has altered and twisted the word of any God anybody believes in. Yeah, like people are going to take information and interpret it in the way that makes sense to them the most. So not everything is going to be making sense to everybody. That's why you just focus on you and your family and go about your day. And attract the people who believe in what you believe in and go on about your day. Jeffrey, you 5 subscribers away from going live. Congratulations. Joshua says, so I hear you say you believe in God. That's all I need to hear. That's crazy. Bensley said, I'm the one who will bring wealth to the cabal I call family. Congratulations to you. Cookies for Life. Welcome, Brooklyn. Holland said their mom is a flight attendant. That's how they get to the bag. Chungun. I'm doing well. How are you, baby? Thulani said they are jealous of your beauty. I hope not. You can have it too. Just focus on yourself and stop being worrying about saving other people. You can be just as beautiful. T-Smoke said if you ever felt his true spirit inside you, you cannot deny truth from false. And that's why I'm telling y'all, like, as an intuitive person, my dreams are so vivid sometimes and so on point. I never deny God. God is connection. I'm connected to my loved ones. God is love. I'm connected. So connected that I can have dreams predicting things that they have not told me at all. I can have visions predicting things that no one has said out loud. I have had many visions that predicted things. I definitely believe in a true connection. Lennis said, you're beautiful. Don't mean to be weird and off the topic, but oh well, you're gorgeous. And you're probably on that. Thank you. Thulani said, hard work is a sign of slavery. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Bensley said, mine often fails to forgive the atheists. They behave like they don't sleep. Mine cannot comprehend God. I got one baby. Y'all want to see my baby? Come here, my lovey poo. Come here, my sonny money. He was just asleep, enjoying his time by himself, and I just woke him up. Say hi. He's not enjoying it. Say hi to the live. He was just asleep. He is not happy that I picked him up. Here, I'll let you go. That's my only son. Y'all gotta stop spamming the chat. Jeez Louise. Stevie Turner said Walmart is hiring. Yeah, y'all go get a job if y'all need it. Irvin said, girl, I remember you from Recovery Center. Glad you are doing okay now. Recovery Center? What type of Recovery Center? I ain't never been to one of those. T-Smoke said, I'm not demonizing you. I just want to lead you to what the true God showed me. What they show you, girl? Hey, JJ. Helen said, I am a Colombian. I am a Colombia. My money comes from my Tesla. Are you an Uber driver or something? I'm confused. Ho'oponopono. Yep, Matthew. Exactly. I love chanting. I believe chanting brings you closer to God. I really think in a past life, I was probably Indian. I think that's what it was. Because chanting, yeah. What does I am mean to you, GR? Good question, because I also enjoy grammar, English grammar at least. And when you look into the grammar of I am that I am is a state of being, right? Because you can only have two verbs. When you have a, let me slow down, let me not confuse y'all. But when you have a sentence, you have the subject, the verb, and the object. When you have the subject, that is whoever it's about. So I is the subject. And then am is a being, right? I am, meaning subject being. That meaning something that is not close to you. It is something away from you. Because you say, oh, I like this. I like this right here. But if it was on a shelf somewhere, you would say, I like that. I like that right there. That shows it's away from you. I am something that is not me. At the same time, I am that. I am being that. Does that make sense? I am that I am. Does that make sense? So you can have two types of verbs. You can have action, doing something, or you can have am, being something. God is a what? A being. Does that make sense to y'all? Y'all let me know. That's why I believe what I believe. I love you too, Aaron. Raptor said, I know a Nigerian woman at a university. She's never low on cash as she has a net of small incomes weaving hair, nails, and selling bits and bats online. She said she sells lots of small things on the go. Good for her. Thank you, JJ. I love you too. Well, you say you love my earrings. I got them from the beauty supply store. Thank you, Cartier. I love you too, Moses. Hey, Linda. Does that make sense? Sarah says she keeps seeing a black figure peek behind me. You sure it's not my cat? He is black. Somebody asked about speaking on live. When I was a kid, I used to speak in churches. I used to memorize and write speeches about the Bible. Funny enough to say. As a kid, I used to memorize and write speeches in church, and I would go to different churches saying those speeches as a kid from word. So I'm used to being in front of people talking, so nerves is not something that really gets to me. T-Smoke said, I don't want you to believe in any beliefs. It's a difference in beliefs and the truth. Why are you trying to control me? You controlling as heck. Raptor said, first of all, heal doesn't originally come from the scripture. Plato and the Greeks talked way before the idea was stolen and added to the Bible. Okay. Raptor said he know his Bible history. Oh, he said hell. Hell. Okay. So Raptor was saying hell doesn't originally come from the scriptures. Thank you, Karika. Seem Angel said the moon Islamic. Okay. The moon Islamic. Your boy Dash said, any advice for a brother? What you need advice on? Matthew said, thoughts only manifest one way. Out through the body. Yep. Out through the body. Carl said, I could not have said it better. You couldn't have said what better? What could you have not said better? Vasishta Astrology said, I like your optical. Oh, thank you. Seem Angel 123 said the Bible is not correct. Remember, it was extracted from the scriptures. Antoine said, I'm hungry. Me too. Raptor said, not interested in talking to religious people. Raptor, you know who I think you might like? It's this guy that I really like watching his videos. His name is let me look him up. I really like watching his videos. I'm gonna tell you. And I think based off of what you're saying, you will probably like watching his videos too. The Real Merkaba. This guy right here. Raptor, I think you'll really like his videos. Look, it's 111 too. So that's a good sign. 111. Raptor, if you check out The Real Merkaba on YouTube, you will probably really like his videos based off of some of the things that you're talking about. Carl Sandburg said religion is just your way of life. I agree. Thank you. Carl said just live your life your way. Exactly. Yeah, I'm about to get off of here in a minute, y'all. Carl said we all wage slaves. Ha 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 ha. Seem Angel said even certain times the female cannot touch the Quran. Interesting. Hi Omega Lula. Lula. Carl, you love cats? Oh, thank y'all. You thought I'm in an actual baby? No, baby. No actual babies here. Well, yeah, he is a big cat. And if y'all call my cat fat, I'm blocking y'all. Y'all call him fat, I'm blocking y'all, because y'all not gonna bully my baby on this live. Y'all can say whatever y'all want about me, but my baby, he can't speak back. Congratulations. It's just so many people talking about marrying me. I'm just trying to figure out where it's coming from. Like, why? And I thought that I blocked the word jumping jacks. But I guess I just blocked the word jumping. Oh, thank you, Wayne. Wayne, I think you've been here before. Welcome back to the live. Carl said, I love money too. It says, in God we trust on money. Ah. Yeah, we start talking about money, and then everybody come in. They must be because I have tarot on my channel, and they just start talking about God. Believing I don't believe in God. You know, some of the best psychics that I know go to church. Did y'all know that? Some of the best psychics, they're really good at what they do. They go to church. Catholic, Christian, they believe in Jesus. So yeah, I'm gonna get off of here because I'm gonna come back this evening, maybe around 7 Central Time. And everybody who wants to save me, make sure you come back and let's talk about tarot tonight. But just don't interrupt my chat, because I will block you if you interrupt my tarot chat, because we be having real conversations in the tarot chat. Being a psychic is against Christianity. That's why I'm not Christian. Okay, Patrick, I can't wait to have you back. We'll be back on talking about money tomorrow morning. GR said, I am not ratchet. Okay. Some of y'all are ignorant in the comments talking about black chocolate. So, I love y'all. I love y'all so much. And I hope that everybody explores their spiritual beliefs on their own, and they take the knowledge that has already been put in front of them and do not allow other people to interpret that knowledge for you. Figure it out on your own and make your own beliefs and live by it, so that you are confident in your daily life routines that bring you closer to God. If you are a Christian, you need to be reading that Bible every single day. If you are of the Islam or Muslim faith, I think that's Quran. I don't know. Read the Quran. Follow the rules. If you are spiritual, do your own personal spiritual journey. Because when you get your mind aligned to what your spirit believes wholeheartedly, the money will come. If you believe in God, you should not be poor. God's job for us is to be prosperous, create, and to love. Let's keep it up. I love y'all. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's day. Talk to you later.